Oh, great. We're going to kick off with, are you familiar with blind rankings? So
No, I'm sure I will be.
I'm going to read out 10 best players to play in the North East, and you put them in the order in which you think they may finish. Of Peter Beardsley.
Good player, good player. I'll go middle of the road, I'll go 5.
Okay. And then we got Niall Quinn.
Niall Quinn, Sunderland legend. He can't be above Peter though, so I'll go 6.
Okay. Chris Waddle.
Technically brilliant, I'll go 3.
Okay. Janino.
Oh. I'm going to have to go 1.
Janino,
okay.
1?
Yeah.
Yep.
Kevin Phillips.
Brilliant goal scorer. I'm going to go 7.
Okay. Gareth Southgate.
Love Gareth as a person, love him as a player, and a manager. But he's going to hold the list up at 10.
Alan Shearer.
I'm hoping a certain person doesn't come in, but I'm going to go 2. Angelino.
Ravanelli.
Can't remember what numbers I've done. I've done 6.
There's 4, 8 and 9 left.
4, 8, and 9. I've got to go 4 then.
David Ginola.
Killing me here, aren't you? I'll go 8, and I'm hoping Gaza doesn't come out now.
And the last one is Gaza.
He would be up there, but unfortunately he's got to just fill in the gap.
Okay, number 9. If you could switch any around, then if we give you one switch.
Do you know, I was a big Ginola fan. Big Gaza fan, do you know, but like playing with him and things. But like Ginola was just one of those. I'd probably swap Ginola with probably Waddle, to be fair, because I think in recent history, you know, that football has notoriously got better. He was just a player who just glide past his players and just he made things happen. Every time we played against him and seeing him play for Spurs or Newcastle, he was magical. You know what I mean? Gaza had that history about him and with him being an England player. But no, for me, I'm happy with me 1 and I'm happy with me 2.
Yeah, it's a great list.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
There's been some players up this end, hasn't it?
Do you know what? We've been very fortunate. We're inundated with really good sides. You know, I think the Premier League will be a much better place when all 3 of them are in it.
Yep. Would you put Alan Shearer in the world class bracket?
Just to say, it's become a bit of a show mission to try and.
Yeah, I don't think I would. Listen, Alan's one of my all time heroes in terms of centre forward. You know, I mean, Gary Lineker was my all time hero. Is Gary Lineker world class? No. You know, I mean, his levels were just as good going forward for England, going forward for country. You know, but then if we're calling Alan Shearer world class, then we're talking Harry Kane's got to be world class because Harry Kane's data is bigger than Alan Shearer's data in terms of country. You know what I mean? So you always got to compare those kind of numbers, stats, and datas, and it's just it's
a minefield, isn't it?
It's a phenomenal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you're talking all these kind of things. You know what I mean? Alan's top goal scorer in the Premier League. Someone scoring all these goals for country. You know what I mean? You got to judge it individually. It's such a difficult one. He's probably the best player that England's seen in the Premier League, Alan. You know what I mean? Because that's what it is. Is he the best player that the Premier League's ever seen? No. So then they've got to be on the pedestal ahead of him in terms of being world class. And I don't know who that player is, by the way. So before you ask, but it's just unbelievable. You know, Janino, probably the best player that I played with. Is he world class? He won the World Cup. Was he world class? Probably not, because his levels weren't consistent enough in terms of throughout his career. You know, but
do you think winning trophies and having iconic moments and maybe winning trophy helps to become world class
100%.
over someone who's a good player and hasn't won as much?
Yeah, 100%. And I don't think that bracket. Look at France when they were so successful. You know, I mean, they won everything, didn't they?
England current side, are they world class? Yes or no?
Okay, yeah. So just a yes or no, basically, and we'll just go through some of the England players. So Jordan Pickford.
No.
Kyle Walker.
Oh, no.
John Stones.
Got some good players.
I'm going to say no.
Okay. Mark Gay.
No.
Bukayo Saka.
No.
Kobe Mainoo.
No.
Declan Rice.
No.
Luke Shaw.
Nope.
Phil Foden.
Could be, but right now, no.
Okay. Jude Bellingham.
Yes.
Okay. Harry Kane.
Yes.
Ollie Watkins.
No.
Cole Palmer.
Could be, but not yet.
Ivan Toney.
No.
No. Okay. Cool.
Cool. Just on Cole Palmer, I felt he should have had more minutes in the competition. But
100%.
And I think the team might be built around him.
Yeah, 100%. We talk about style of play, not fitting players into certain situations and patterns.
Yeah,
that's the Scholes Lampard scenario all over again with trying to fit him and Foden into the same team. For me, you fit them both in and fit players around them. Because Harry's always going to be a 9. So how can you fit him, Jude, those two and Jude together? You have to do it somehow. I don't know how that works, or but you've got enough time in the training ground to make sure that happens and that works. Because Cole Palmer currently, at the end of the season, his stats and data was just scary, and then having a poor summer in terms of mentally for himself, because he must have been heartbroken with not getting enough opportunities. Yeah. But then to come and perform the way he is now in the Premier League just shows he's just got undoubted ability.
Fire in his belly, I think, and
I think he's trying to prove people wrong, but unfortunately he hasn't got the person to prove wrong that he could have wanted to prove wrong potentially in Gareth. But he's proven everybody else wrong who's got that opinion of him that he wasn't good enough to play.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, he's got like a scary mentality as well, because he scored 4 goals on the weekend in the first half, and then after the game he was saying, "Oh yeah, I should have got 5."
Yeah, he's so laid back, it's scary. And you see him the way he handles himself off the pitch. I think people can relate to him. That he comes across as a nice, genuine young lad from Manchester and just wants just to be the best version he can of himself. I think he didn't give the opportunities that he should have got at City, in my opinion. Yeah. He's gone to invent himself, which he's doing tenfold, and where he may end up in the future is a scary, scary thought, really.
Yeah, I think there's going to be a growing Foden versus Palmer sort of.
Well, right now, I thought Foden was well ahead of him, well ahead. And now the gap is, I think it's right now it's level.
Yeah,
and Cole could blow him out of the water if everyone's not careful.
Yeah,
he was playing at a lesser side who didn't score goals, didn't create chances. Now Chelsea are free scoring, free flowing, and it's all because of the.
Yeah, it's coincided. Foden's had a dip in form, really.
Yeah.
At the Euros wasn't his most effective, was he? And then start of the season's been sort of dropped by Pep. And then Palmer's just having the time of his life.
Yeah, he is, and that's football, and I think this is the fascinating thing of it's everyone's got an opinion, haven't they? And you're only as good as your last game, you're only as good as your last season, and Cole Palmer's just, you can't wait for his game of football. Is it's Saturday, Thursday, whatever day that may be, and going into the games at the weekend, he'll go again, and I think players need to get back to those levels and understand that they've achieved so much, but so much more they can go and achieve, especially Man City. You can go and have the career of your life. It could be unbelievable. You've got a huge legacy.